Hi, welcome to Cup of Chocolate. I'm Shoko. In each episode of this podcast, a friend and I will be chatting and discussing listener submitted stories and gossip. So grab a cup and let's chat. Hello.
Hi.
Oh my gosh, I hear you. We're good.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful.
Excellent. Okay, today we are here with my sweet friend Jose from IG and Threads. Your username is @HAIIMJOSE. Jose is entertaining, bubbly being from the internet. Except, honey, you have been in IG and Threads jail for this week.
I know, I know. I can't believe it. Can you believe that? And I'll tell you why. You know what they said? They said it's because I post and comment too much and they think I'm a bot. And I'm like, hello? What?
No.
Yes. And I'm like, I'm so confused because isn't like the whole point of Meta and like these apps is for you to be like addicted and like never get off of them. And that's what I was. And they're like, you're using it too much. You're going to jail.
That's insane. Because I
I
thought,
know.
see, at first I thought like you could only go to jail if you posted something that like was not very kind, but like you are the manifestation of like sweet and happy. So I was like, what did Jose do?
Thank you, thank you. I know it's so weird. And it's so funny too because I got the notification as I was replying to someone, and then the little pop-up said like, "Tell us if we did something wrong." And I did, and I was like, hello, you did something wrong because I'm real. I'm right here." I'm,
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm
Oh.
not even spamming.
Oh, I'm sorry. How are you enjoying your
My solitude.
yes.
You know, I've been sitting here not being able to leave any like congratulations or funny little comments on anyone's post, and I haven't been able to thread. So I've just been sitting here
Oh,
in the dark side of the internet for like forever, just kind of waiting to
oh my
be
God.
allowed back in.
You're just like a New York Pollock sitting on her bed with her sunglasses.
Yeah, literally, that's me.
Literally.
I'm literally that's how I'm sitting right now, actually.
Girl. I'm
I
so sorry.
know, I know.
When is your jail
On
up?
the 15th,
Okay, okay.
they
So
gave me
on
a
the
date and
15th.
everything.
Yeah.
On the
We will
15th,
have
they're
a
like, you're
celebration.
allowed to come back. This is actually like the second time that they have banned, like, put me in jail.
No.
The first time it was, I had a reel that got like 4 million views or something. It just had like a bunch of views. And I like to reply to almost every single comment. And so I was
Yeah.
replying, and it kept getting like a bajillion thousand comments. And they're like, you're commenting too much. You're banned for like a day. And I was like, hello?
Excuse me?
I was like, I'm just replying to the people that are commenting on my video. What do you mean? And they're like,
Right.
yeah. And I talked to support, and they're like, yeah, you just, next time limit how many comments you reply to so we don't confuse you as a bot. And I'm like, that makes no sense, but sure,
That
sure.
makes no
Thank you.
sense. Is there like a
Mm-hmm.
daily limit that we should know about? Not that
I
I'll
have
ever be
not
that
to my
that
knowledge,
popular.
not to my knowledge, but apparently there is.
There, yeah, that's crazy.
I
Oh.
know, it's so wild.
Well, so you've been lurking on Instagram and Threads though. So you can see all the stuff that's going on, right?
Yeah, and I can like,
Mhm.
and I can share or
Mhm.
repost, but I can't comment or reply or anything. So
Oh.
I've been like eavesdropping on everything and on everyone, and I've been just liking things, hoping that people know that I'm there. I'm like, I'm here, I'm in the conversation. Like, I read it, that was so funny. Like, I can't reply, so you just gotta like.
Oh my God. Cause no, seriously, like we had, we had this plan, like we've set this date like 2 weeks ago or something, like a long time ago. And like then you dropped off the face of the earth and I was like, oh my God, where is Jose? What am
You're
I
like,
gonna do
oh,
about this recording?
you're like, okay, so I guess that's not happening. Never mind, JK. And I the whole time I'm like, no, you know that meme of like Squidward looking at SpongeBob and Patrick from the window? That's me right
Yes.
now. I see everybody like having fun and commenting and replying, and I'm just like, okay, everybody have fun.
All right, I'm gonna start like posting at you. I'm gonna start mentioning you and just like talking to myself, but at you.
Okay.
So that you feel included.
Period. That's the best.
There we go. Okay, so we will start our story soon. Do you have your cup ready?
I
What's in
do.
your
I
cup?
do. I have some leftover like white wine. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know what it is. I have no idea. It was in the
hmm,
fridge, and I said, "Yes, I will be having this."
that sounds lovely. I know nothing about wine, but I heard that like if you have like one wine from a specific area that you like, then if you buy from that area, it's like like you get the same flavor, if that makes sense. So I think
I,
I
I don't.
like
I don't. I don't know anything about wine other than like if I like it or not. I'll just taste them all, and I'm like, no, that one's not good. No, I don't
yes.
like that. That's all I know.
Oh my gosh, when I was okay, when I was like how old was I? I was in middle school maybe. I
Hmm.
went like one summer I went to like this vineyard in Japan with my grandmother.
Hmm.
As you do. I don't,
Yeah, of course.
summer
Just
vacation
casually. Yeah, of
as a
course.
child.
Everyone does that.
And like I partook in the vineyard like tasting program. And
Uh
you just
huh.
like, they give you like this like tiny little like dish, and you can take little samples of all the different wines. And they were like, the proper way to do it is just swish it in your mouth, and then here's this big barrel to spit it out in. And
What?
my like, yeah. And I guess that's like how you're supposed to properly like taste wine. I'm not sure. I was a middle schooler, obviously. But my sweet little Japanese grandmother was like, "That is a waste of wine. Just drink
Oh,
it."
she said, whatever you got going on, we're not doing that. This is to enjoy. Thank you.
Yeah.
Your
So
your
that
grandmother
was
was like, I
my
don't care
intro
about the
to
notes.
wine.
I don't care about the ingredients. Just let me drink. Thank you.
Exactly.
She had her
So I
priorities straight.
don't right. I don't really remember that trip clearly. But I was picking all the pretty color wines. So all the little rosés and the kind of bubbly ones.
Yeah, no, those are the ones that I like. If they're fruity and sweet, they're
Yeah.
for me.
Yummy. Okay, I have in my cup some chamomile orange peel tea, because we are about to get on a flight and hit some turbulence in
Where are we
today's
going?
story. Uh, I actually don't know, but it's a long flight.
Okay, okay, I'm ready. Let me buckle up.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm.
That was a really terrible seatbelt noise.
You know what? I'm gonna put in like a buckle soundtrack, so no worries.
Thank you. That's much better.
All right, are you ready for our sip?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so good. Calm my nerves. All right. So all the names and places, anything that could like identify this story have been changed.
Okay.
The small print. Okay, so here we are with our friend Alex, and Alex is taking a 6-hour flight.
Oh my God.
Already, you, yeah,
I'm
I
already I'm
know.
already tired. Like 6 hours. Where
Exactly.
are we going? Are we going to Europe? Like I would assume so.
So this story, I don't think we ever get off the flight in this story.
Oh well,
It's
then it
just
doesn't matter where we're going. It's
the wherever we're going, it's 6 hours
it's six
away.
hours.
Yes.
Beautiful.
I know that any story is going to be something if it's a flight longer than 3 hours, because that is an adventure. I think
That's
three
when the
hours
movie.
is an
3 hours
adventure.
is long. That's like
Yeah.
watching two movies on a plane.
Oh, yes. Okay. So flights, I mean, I have traveled back and forth from Boston to Japan like 65 times at least in
Oh
my
my
lifetime.
God.
And airports are like, I don't know anyone who enjoys airports. You got to
Mm-mm,
get to the
no.
airport early. You got to check your
And
bag.
TSA is so
Oh,
annoying that you have to
yeah.
take off your shoes and you have
Uh-huh.
to take off your belt and you have to wait in
Yeah.
a, like I don't have time. Like this is just too much. No.
It's like,
And
what's
then
in your carry-on? Is it over 10 ounces? Are they going to let you pass through security with no issue? Or are you going to be that random person who gets chosen for the pat down, which, let's be
every single
honest,
time,
it's not
every single
random, right?
time.
It's racial
Right.
profiling.
It's definitely not random. They're like, you're gonna step over here, and I'm like, Girl, what did I even do? I'm literally standing here." They're like, we need to pat you down."
Jose,
I'm like,
you are
"Okay."
so threatening.
I apparently, and I put my arms up like they said, and they're like, "Actually, we need to pat you down." I'm like, "Girl, I'm wearing PJs. What you what you patting down?"
Oh my god. I've like I've had to get pat down like so often and like obviously I want to be cozy on a flight, right? Especially cuz
Mm-hmm.
flying to Japan is like at least 14 hours with
Oh
a connection.
Lord.
Mhm. So I'm wearing like a big baggy hoodie, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're always like, "What are you hiding in that hoodie? Can you take it off?" And I'm like, "I just have a bra
I'm
underneath."
hiding myself.
Oh
Thank
yeah.
you.
And they're always like, "What? You're not wearing anything underneath your sweatshirt?" Like, do people wear?
Um. Yeah, like no, I'm not. I'm gonna be in a 14-hour flight. I want to be
Yeah.
comfortable and relaxed. The last thing I want is 7,000 layers. Thank you. This is what I'm
No.
wearing. Oh my
Oh
God,
my
yeah.
gosh. Oh, flashbacks. I haven't been on an airplane or at the airport since since before COVID. So it's
So
been a
it's
while.
yeah, okay, so it's been a minute. You've avoided the
Mhm.
stress for a little bit.
I don't miss it. I miss visiting the States. I miss Boston, but oof,
I've
I do
never been
not
to
miss
Boston.
airplanes.
It's on
Oh,
my list of cities to
please
go to.
go. It's lovely. And then you need to take a beeline to Kyoto, right? You need to come see me.
Yes. Oh my God. The way that I want to go to Japan so bad, but
Oh, do it.
them tickets are never cheap. So I'm like, you know
No.
what? Maybe one day they'll have like a buy one get one free offer, and that's when I'll go.
Seriously, seriously. I'm trying to like get my, take my kids to their first like, trip to Mecca basically, like, where I came from and like
Mm-hmm.
show them like this is, where your people are from.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Except it's it's like over 2,000 US dollars for one person,
Mm-hmm.
like round trip. And I can't,
Yeah, it's
oh my
wild.
God, I can't. So, anyways, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked.
That me every single day.
Yay. Okay, so, all right, so we are in the security. We got through the security. We get patted down because we are suspicious people. Where did I put my passport? I don't even know who enjoys airports. And then you have to queue up, and it takes so long to get on the plane, right? And you have
Yeah, and then there's usually something they're like, oh, we're delayed by like 15 minutes, by 20 minutes.
to,
Or they're always like, oh, we're overbooked. Does someone want to give up their seat and you'll get a credit? Like, no, girl. No. If I wanted to go on another flight, I would have taken another flight. I'm not going
right.
nowhere. Like,
Exactly.
how are they always overbooked? Like, you don't know how many seats you got on your plane? Like, girl, you don't know how to count? How are you selling more tickets than you have seats? And they're always like, we overbooked. Someone needs to leave. What?
Exactly.
What do you mean?
That
I
makes
don't
no sense.
understand. I
Yeah.
never get it. I never
I
get it.
never get it.
And I mean, I haven't traveled by myself, but the one day that I do travel by myself, if they ask me to get off of a plane, if they offer me money, girl, I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna be like, you know what? Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, yeah. You got
But
to
if I'm not by
bargain. You got to
myself,
get them to like put you in first class.
yeah, of course. I'm like, if I'm getting off of this plane, I'm getting first class, and you're paying me. Thank
Yeah,
you.
like put seat me in the cockpit. I'm gonna fly the plane now.
Actually, I'm the co-pilot. Thank you. I made space for a family.
Yes, yes.
No, it's so wild. I just never understand how they're always like overbooked. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so then you gotta squeeze by a bunch of randos who are having as much of a bad time as you are, right? Trying to get on this
Hmm.
plane. Everyone hates the airport. So then you finally sit down. Alex is seated next to this woman in a two-seat row, which is too close for any stranger. It's
Hmm.
tiny,
Hmm.
tiny, tiny aluminum vehicle, basically.
Right.
uh, so sh- So this woman looks to be in her late 20s to early 30s, maybe. Nothing too unusual about her. Um,
Okay, love
yeah,
that.
yeah, like, whatever. She's got
She
her
my
hair
age. She's my people.
right,
Let me wait. Let me not
right,
claim her yet because I don't know where the story's
mhm,
going. But
right.
she's of my age range. Let's just
Yeah.
say that.
So she's got her hair up in a messy bun, wearing a loose sweatshirt over jeans. I mean, can't quite tell if she's a frequent flyer, but I mean, in my experience, if you're used to air travel, jeans isn't your first choice of pants for a
Mm-hmm.
6-hour flight. But
Mm-hmm.
they may be those like jeggings. I don't know.
Yeah, or maybe maybe she's booked and busy, and the minute she lands, she got
Yeah.
somewhere to go.
Well, there you
She's
go.
like,
There you
I don't
go.
have time to wait. Like I'm getting there ready
Hmm.
to wherever she needs to go.
Exactly. So the plane takes off, usual bumps and turbulence in the beginning, but it smooths out. Seatbelt signs go off, all is as it should be. So it's going good so far. I don't know what airline this is because it's going too smooth.
And they haven't charged you for breathing yet, so it's definitely
Oh,
not
there
Spirit.
you go.
Cause Spirit and Frontier, they be charging you for breathing. They're like, you
Oh
took
my
two
gosh.
breaths too many. That's gonna be $25. Like, girl, oh my god.
It's like,
No,
did you
and
did
they'll
you
say you
just
like,
turn on the overhead light? Like that's another
yeah, you
$15.
just did you just blink at me? That's another $25. They'll be like, oh, we'll sell you the ticket for $5. And then by the time you're done with all the fees and all the bags and all the stuff that they add on, it ends up being like $400 for the ticket. And you get no
Exactly.
snacks and you're uncomfortable. These no.
No.
Hopefully it's not Spirit because no. Let's just hope it's a good one. I like American. I love American or Delta. I've never had any issues with
Oh,
Delta.
Delta's pretty good. We're not going to talk about United.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
oh,
I am very familiar with United, and I don't think I've ever had a flight that was like not delayed.
oh my God. That's just the worst. Especially if the flight is like a late flight or like one of those like early
Hmm.
bird flights and you're already
Oh,
like tired and annoyed and frustrated and then they tell you, "Oh, it's been delayed more." You're like, "Oh, there's no way that it's 3 in the morning. I'm freaking exhausted and you're telling me I have to wait 2 more hours, girl."
yeah. Oh my gosh,
No.
that reminds me. The first solo flight I took, which was United, I went to Japan, obviously, because that's the only place I ever go. um, so it's already like what, an 11-hour flight, before the stopover. Um, but the door wouldn't close properly on this aircraft.
Um, what?
Yeah, they were like, we were stuck. We were delayed for 4 hours because apparently the door wouldn't close properly.
Oh my God. Why
And
didn't
I
they
was like,
just put there's no other planes?
right? They figured it out somehow, but I was like, oh, great, I'm
So
gonna
you were
die.
wait, so you were sitting in the plane for 4 hours
Yes.
additional to your flight?
Yes.
Oh my, absolutely not. Did you at least get snacks? Did they give you something?
Yeah, they did give us snacks, but then
Okay.
like obviously I missed my connecting flight in Tokyo because it was
Oh
like
yeah, because yeah,
middle
you
of
were four
the
hours
yeah, middle of the night
behind.
when we arrived. Oh, that's a whole story in itself. But
Oh
okay, so
no.
anyways, this is not Spirit because we are just about to have our first in-flight meal, which is lunch.
Great, love that.
Oh, which that's another whole issue I have with long flights is that their food is nasty.
Oh my
Oversteamed
God, is
veggies.
it? I
Oh,
I
suspicious
I've
meat.
Yeah, no, I've only flew. I've only, wow, I can't speak. Anyway, I've only taken flights overseas once. There we go. One flight overseas and one flight back. And I can't say I remember my meal, to be quite honest with you. So I can't say that it was something to rave about, but like, I don't remember what I had. I just know it was almost
Mm.
like a microwavable meal.
Yeah, it's definitely, I think it depends on where you're flying out of. When you're flying out of Japan, they actually have some like pretty decent meals, even like, even United. um, But if you're like flying out of Boston and trying to get to Japan, it's like so bad.
Well, I mean that makes sense. It makes sense. Look at where you're flying from.
Yeah. So like when in my experience, like I will legit starve myself and like sustain on just like the pretzels for those 11 hours of my flight.
Pretzels and cookies, girl,
Yeah.
because that's all I want. Give me those what are they? Biscotti?
Oh, yes,
Biscoff
yes. The
cookies?
little tiny 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 ones.
Yes, those are so good. Oh my God, I love them so much.
Yes.
Those are my favorite. I'm always like, whoever doesn't want them, give them to me. Which I just
Hmm.
recently found out you can buy at the grocery store. I always thought they were just for planes. I know. So now you can like pretend you're like on a plane. You can pretend you're like a flight attendant and give out snacks
What a
to your kids.
revelation.
Yeah, just sit your kids down and be like, y'all want to play, we're gonna play airplanes, and then get them, get them snacks.
Oh my God, I love it. Okay, so back to the story. Everyone's got their meals. Alex is about to like tuck in to their meal. And then Alex notices the woman next to them is starting to slow down in her movements. She
Oh,
is, oh, she is cutting her food slower. She is chewing slower.
oh
Like
my
this
God,
is noticeably strange behavior.
what is going on?
What is going on? Suddenly, the woman stops completely. She is frozen, fork and knife still in her hands, with her face bowed forward over her plate.
Oh my God, what, girl? No, because I'm laughing because this is so scary. Like I don't know what I would do. How would,
Like what?
girl? No, the person
What
next
to
to you just
do?
kind of freezes like that. Like, what do you do?
Yeah,
Oh my God, I would no, I'm already panicked. Like
right.
what happened to her?
Let,
Oh
let
my
me let me drink my
God.
chamomile tea because I need it right now.
Yeah,
Freaking
hold
out.
on, hold on, because
Ugh.
wait, oh my God. Okay, so but even because if you're like, okay, let's say let's think now, right? The person next to you, they like froze while eating their food and you noticed it. Say that you have to call like the flight attendant. What are you gonna tell the flight attendant? Oh, this person just froze next to me. Like, how do you
Right?
how do you like report it to the flight attendant without it being as weird as it is? Like to just make it sound I don't know because also is it an emergency? I don't know how I would react. Alex, whatever
Exactly.
you did, I hope you did the right thing because I don't know what I would do.
So Alex is, naturally a bit concerned because this woman hasn't moved at all. Alex gently touches her on the shoulder. Nothing. Alex pushes her a bit. Nothing.
Oh my
Alex tries to speak to her. Excuse me, ma'am, are you okay? No response.
God. Oh my God. What if
So,
they gave her something that she's allergic to? Wait,
yeah,
does she even get
right?
to eat? Oh my God. No, because like maybe she ate something. Like I don't know when Alex noticed that she froze, but like, maybe she was eating normally and maybe she ate something, she got allergic reaction and she's
Right.
like not breathing. I don't know.
I don't know. So Alex is kind of starting to panic, as you would. There is a light breeze, but like, is that the woman's breath or is that the air conditioning? Is this lady dead?
Oh my God. I
Oh
hope not because
my
oh my and
God.
it's a 6 hour flight.
Yeah,
But they give you a meal. Okay, so you've been in the air for a little bit though, because they gave you a meal. But still, you
yes,
still probably got hella hours to go with this
that's
lady that
right.
oh my God, if she's dead,
So
no, that's so scary. I would be terrified.
Alex is trying not to panic, obviously, and cause a scene because we are stuck on a small metal vessel here, right, in the air. The
Right?
last thing you want is like chaos and people freaking out.
Right. I'm
So
already freaking out and I'm not even
yeah,
on the
yeah.
plane. Like, girl, what do you mean?
Oh. So Alex frantically makes eye contact with a flight attendant and points to the frozen woman, like, help me out. A few minutes
Okay.
later, the attendant returns with four others, plus the co pilot, to form a barrier around the woman. Chaos control.
Oh my God, what? Oh, not them forming a barrier. What
Mm,
is going on? Also, like, okay, now I gotta think. if I'm not the person, if I'm not Alex sitting next to this woman, if I just see like all the flight attendants and like the co-pilot making a circle around this lady while I'm on the plane that
Mm,
still has hours to go, I'm panicking because I'm like, what is
exactly.
going on? Why are they surrounding that lady? Why is the co-pilot not flying this plane with the pilot? Like, what is I? I would be freaking out if I'm like just witnessing it from another seat, just like I would
Right.
if I'm sitting next to her. This is
Exactly.
scary.
So scary. I don't think I could like keep my composure. So one of the attendants is trying to resuscitate this woman, like cue the dramatics, don't you die
Oh
on me.
my
Um,
God. Yeah.
and then suddenly the woman wakes up.
Oh,
Oh, but
oh,
only
okay,
for
okay. She said, LOL, LOL,
like, you're
y'all.
not dead. But only for a moment, just to say, I took really strong sleeping pills, and then falls back asleep in the same like hunched over Tyrannosaurus stance.
Oh, that's
Uh,
okay. That's also really creepy. Like you just woke up to tell me you took sleeping pills. And then you go back to sleep after these people. Oh my God. No, because and she's wearing jeans and she's bent over like that. She's gonna be so uncomfortable the rest of her flight. I'm telling you right now.
uh,
Her neck is
so,
gonna hurt. Her jeans
oh,
are gonna like be stuck to her thighs. My girl's not gonna have a pleasurable departure from this aircraft.
no, ma'am. So I don't know if like this has happened to this lady before and she like anticipated this. Like she knew she had enough like consciousness to just be like, they're sleeping pills, I'm good, and then just go back to this
Yeah.
trance.
I wonder if she like felt them in her dream or something, and she's like, let me let the people know. She like just hopped off. She's like, let me just wake up. I'm just sleeping, y'all. Let me go back. Maybe she's having good ass dreams. She's like, these dreams are
Maybe.
bomb. Like these dreams are like the best, and she wanted to live there.
So we're almost done with the story, but for the remainder of this 6 hour flight, which I don't know how many hours are left, Alex is stuck sitting next to this zombie woman who remains hunched over in her Tyrannosaurus position, drooling over the tray table with her hands in fists as if she is still gripping the knife and fork, which were carefully removed by the flight attendants.
Oh my god. Oh my god. They didn't give her like a neck pillow or something. Like at least support the woman. Like yeah, just I mean, thank you for taking away her utensils, but what about her neck? Like give her a pillow or something. It's probably because she didn't pay for the pillow. They're probably like, sorry, girl, you
Right,
gotta pay
right.
for
That's
these
that's
pillows.
another cost to your
Yeah,
flight.
that's another $30 just for the pillow. Sorry.
Oh my gosh. I can just imagine everyone passing Alex's road just doing like double takes at this crazy scene.
Yeah, but then also like imagine because I don't think they would announce because now I'm thinking, if she had been like not alive
Mhm.
and everybody on the plane is just seeing them surround this woman and then they like leave, I don't think they would announce whether or not she's alive or not. Like, would they tell
Right.
the rest of the plane? So like the whole ride, you're just looking over at that woman and you just see her sleeping but you don't know what's going on, so you just keep looking. You're like, oh my god, is she like, you know what I mean? Like it'll
Right,
just be such a
right.
weird scene to look at on a
Oh my
plane
god.
for however long you're on there.
Do you think like they would like reroute the flight if someone was like legit having an emergency like this?
I would think they would have to land. Well, what if they're over the ocean? Oh my, I don't know.
Right.
Is it like that? Maybe that's like the movies. Maybe that's when you scream, is there a doctor on board?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
maybe you have like one of those. I don't know because
I guess
if you're
so.
over the ocean, where are you gonna land? Nowhere. You'd
Mm.
have to, but I think they would. I think they would find the nearest
Yeah,
somewhere
they're
to
not just gonna
land.
like hang out with a body.
Yeah, that'd be that's a good. I'm gonna have to look that up. What happens when someone like passes on a flight?
Right, right.
Because then also, what are they gonna do with the body for the family members or like whoever? How are they gonna find out? Now,
True.
this is now another conversation because now I'm interested in what happens when someone dies in a plane for real.
Right. Like I've
Hmm.
seen like in the news like people having babies on planes,
Hmm.
and like I guess they just have the baby right there, but this is a different situation.
Yeah, and also like, what do they do with the people sitting next to this person?
Exactly. Alex, what are you
Yeah,
doing?
Alex, I need you to tell me, Alex, like what would you how are you feeling? What was going through your head? I need to know because I don't know. I still don't know how I would react. I would be. Would I ever fly again? I don't know. Am I being
Exactly.
dramatic? Probably. But like, that's wild. This is a
Yeah.
wild story.
And I imagine if Alex is taking a 6 hour flight, eventually they're going to have to take a 6 hour flight back.
Back. Yeah.
So,
Oh my God. They're probably gonna be like, I don't want to get on this plane. I don't.
right.
I'm gonna change the airlines. I did not have the greatest experience. Oh my
Oh,
God.
what a
That's wild.
tumultuous flight. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my
It's a
goodness.
good
Hopefully the
story, though. It's a good
Yeah, no,
story to
for sure.
like.
And hope I was gonna say, hopefully the flight wasn't delayed before all this happened because you imagine you get on the flight and you're already like, oh my God, it was delayed by like 3 hours, and then that happens to you while you're on the flight. My goodness.
Mm-mm. That was the story. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I think I want to know what happens to people when they pass on airplane. I'm glad the lady. I want to. Okay, let me clarify that I am glad that the lady is alive. She's okay.
Yes,
She just took
yes.
sleeping pills. Love her for that. Love that journey for her. Love that she knew that it was going to be a long flight, and she said, "My sleep comes first. This is my priority. I'm knocking out." So love that
Yes.
for her. Glad she's okay. Thankful that nothing bad happened to her.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, what does happen to people when they die on a plane?
Yes.
That's all I'm gonna be thinking about now. That's what I took from the story is I'm gonna look that up because now I want to know.
Mm-hmm.
And how do they
Please.
contact their family members and like
Right.
do they ship them back? That sounds
Well,
really bad, but like do they send the bodies back to
I
their
guess they
family?
must. They probably like, I think, well, so I've only flown a bunch of times. I'm no expert on like, what goes behind the scenes on air travel, but I assume that they'll just find the closest airport to like land and then get some kind of medical attention even if it's like, too late. And then
Mm-hmm.
I guess from there they have to, fly the body back.
But how
But
would they do that? How do because don't oh isn't the only information the airlines have is like your name
well,
and
I
your
guess
phone number and your email?
yeah.
Like how would they I guess they would have to call local authorities and I guess the local
Right.
authorities could look up your information. I guess that makes sense.
I
So
guess
like
so.
say it's a passenger from like France and then they land in like Spain or
Hmm.
something.
Right.
Spain would obviously report to the French authorities and the French
Hmm.
authorities would get the name from the airline of the
Yes.
passenger.
Yeah. And I
I think that
imagine the person would have like their documents on them, right? Passport and stuff. So
an ID and stuff, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm. I don't know.
So
I'm gonna have to look that up because now you have me on like this really interesting rabbit hole.
yeah, please report back to me about
Oh
what
my
you
god, for
find.
sure.
So moral of today's episode is don't take too many sleeping pills before you go on a 6 hour flight.
And if you do, tell the person sitting next to you before you knock out.
Yeah.
Like so you
Oh,
don't
that's
give them a
right.
panic attack.
Nah.
Like I feel like if she had told Alex, she would have been like, "Hey, just so you know, I took like really strong sleeping pills. I might, you know, knock
That's
out
a
the whole
really good
flight. Don't
point.
worry."
Right. Like, did she take the pills like at like when she sat down or like before she even boarded the plane?
I It would have to be on the plane because don't they give you meals like halfway through your flight or like at least an hour into your flight or something?
Right.
So
That's true.
the the pills had to have maybe it was before. I don't know.
I've never taken sleeping pills actually, so I have
I have
no
no idea how
experience in
quick they
this.
work either. Yeah. I was doing my best to make an educated guess, but I don't think that was very educated. It was more of a
maybe
guess.
maybe some listeners who have taken sleeping pills on planes can let us know. Please
Yeah,
let
how
us
quickly
know.
they take effect.
Well,
Oh
thank
my
you,
god.
Jose, for joining us today in this wild airplane ride.
Oh my god, of course. Thank you for the invite. Thank you for having me. This is so much fun. Thank you for giving me now something to look up and find the answer to.
You have homework
Since
now.
since I'm in meta jail, I might as well look something
Oh,
up.
yeah.
This is my homework while I'm in jail.
All
So
right.
while
Thank you
there's
so
silence,
much.
you're so very welcome.
I hope you can come join us again.
Of course, thank you. And whenever you have any wild stories, just hit me up. Let me know. I'm always
Absolutely.
here.
I love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Thank you for listening to Cup of Chocolate. If you have a story to share with us, some juicy gossip, or you want to come on the show with me and be part of the conversation, DM me at our Instagram account at @MarkCupOfChocolate. This podcast is a labor of love by yours truly, but can't exist without your support and engagement. Let me know your thoughts and feedback. I'm Shoko. Join us again next week for another Cup of Chocolate.